Hi, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. So, we are going to do a collective energy reading and we are just going to dive in. The initial energy for this message is that this is about to be the end of some type of lack for someone. So, whether this is like a lack mentality or lack mindset, or actually this is the end of, your pocketbook or your bank account lacking finances. That is about to come to an end for someone. There is an energy of like a shift from misfortune, or someone feeling like they're constantly like having a stroke of like bad luck, if that's something that you believe in, to I'm hearing a stroke of genius. So I don't know if someone is about to come up with like a really good idea, or there's a really good idea that you've been sitting on that you think is going to I'm hearing big bank take little bank, but you could feel like this is something that could bring in a lot of wealth, abundance, finances, prosperity for you. If it's something that you're sitting on, obviously you are going to have to move forward with it and take action. But that is the initial energy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the cards to see what messages there are as it relates to that. So to see what needs to, we'll see what needs to change. If there's something that you need to change, maybe something that you're doing or something that you're not doing, or what needs to be done to really accelerate this change. Okay, so messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Yeah, two cards already came out. We have the Chariot, which is about determination, and then we have the Lovers, which is about partnership. Now, for some of you guys, if this is something to do with, like maybe you have sworn off relationships, or you feel like, you have like a lot of bad luck when it comes to relationships, if that's what you believe, I'm kind of getting the sense of like, if that's what you believe, then you're right. But if you are determined, like if that's something that you're into, that's something that you want to experience, or you want to reignite your love life or something like that, and you still believe, I'm hearing, do you believe in miracles? Like if you still believe in love and romance, and or just in, I'm hearing the sanctity of marriage, but just in relationships, then, you can't give up just because things are difficult, or things have not been going your way, or, because for other people, maybe around you and your surroundings, like things are not working out for them, for everyone, things are just going to be different. But for others, for example, if this has something to do with like your wealth, your finances, your money, someone needs to push forward with, maybe some type of business idea that you have, or some type of investments that you were thinking of. If you were originally working with a partner, or you were thinking about working with a partner, like there was someone that maybe you guys like meshed really well. I don't know. It's kind of like, I'm hearing pinky in the brain, right? What are we going to do today, brain? Like if you just kind of like a partner in crime, where you piggyback off of one another, like you bounce ideas off of one another. I don't know if something is kind of stalling this partnership, or the idea of a partnership, or maybe you've given up on, some type of partnership. There's something to do with making sure that you continue to move forward with it. It might be for some of you guys that you're going to have to change the way that you see the partnership, or, just like there's something to do with the dynamic, that something about it needs to change, so that you can be profitable, or you can be wealthy. And I don't know if like you are in a situation where what you're doing, like it is leading to wealth and prosperity and finances for someone else, but not necessarily yourself. Someone needs to kind of change the way that they're doing something, or the way that they're thinking, because that's not a partnership, right? Because you're not really profiting or prospering from whatever that dynamic is. Okay, so yeah, look at that. Two of Pentacles is at the bottom. So something has to change. Whether this is the way that you're thinking, or if someone is just like thinking about giving up, or you have given up, like remember, you have to stay the course. You have to keep pushing. You got to keep on moving. You got to keep pushing forward, stay determined, and you have to actually believe that whatever this is that you're seeking, that it's actually possible for you. Okay. I'm hearing that saying, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. Okay. At the top of the deck is the Emperor, and this is authority. I feel like some of you guys are, you know, it's possible that you've been taking a back seat to whatever this is. Like either you're waiting for a relationship to just, you know, happen to you or for you to just stumble upon, you know, the love of your life. If you believe in love, sorry, you guys, I don't believe in love. So I try not to put that out there because, you know, some people do, and it's a beautiful thing if you do, right? So all right, so if you believe in love, don't let someone else, like myself, convince you that it doesn't exist. Don't let someone, you know, rain on your parade, or, you know, cause you to just kind of give up. Don't let your you know, maybe, you know, you've fallen down a couple of times in relationships, things haven't working out. Like, don't let that, you know, just kind of change how you feel, or, you know, what you think about, or, you know, whatever. Someone needs to just keep moving. If you don't have exactly the finances, or like there's something within this dynamic that you're missing for a career move or a business move, like you have to, with that adaptability, you guys, you're gonna have to find another way. And then with this Emperor, which is about authority, you're gonna have to take charge, right? Don't sit there and think that things are gonna just fall in your lap, or they're gonna happen for you, and don't sit and sulk and think that things are happening to you. Someone needs to take life by the balls. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. What else does a collective need to know or do as it relates to this message? Okay. What does a collective need to... Oh, geez. Yeah, we have the King of Wands, and this is about big picture thinking. So someone is looking at something very, you know, from a smaller scale, and there's something to do with like zooming out. Someone is not looking at the whole picture. So let's see, at the bottom, why is that in reverse? At the bottom, oh, that's me, sorry. I had the deck in reverse. Don't judge me. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the World, which is about wholeness. And at the top of the deck, we have the Six of Wands, which is about public reward. I feel like, I don't know if there's something to do with, I don't know, like I'm about to sugarcoat it, but let me not. Okay, like you're not going to get a pat on your back after every small step, right? You're not going to get a pat on your back every single time. Not everyone is going to see like your big picture. Not everyone is going to understand what it is that you are aspiring to or what you're trying to do. Not only are there going to be people that don't understand it, they're not going to support you because they don't know like what your goals are, what your focus is, or they can't see that big picture, right? And so you're just going to have to kind of be mindful of that, like until with this wholeness, right? And with this public reward, I feel like, you know, you need to suppress the urge to share publicly about, you know, what steps you're taking, or what's going on in your life as it relates to whatever this is before you, it's kind of like you have to have the whole thing kind of on a roll first. So like, let's say that this has something to do with dating, because someone wants a relationship or love or marriage or, you know, whatever. Then comes a baby and a baby carriage. I mean, I don't know. But someone, when it comes to that, like, don't talk to your family and your friends about every individual person that you're dating, right? Because it just, someone like, someone doesn't understand what it is that you're, like, what you're going for, what you're looking for. Not only do they not understand, they don't support it. There's something about it that they don't support. Like, you know, maybe they want you to focus on something else, or maybe they want you to focus on a different type of person, you know, but they're not the ones, like, it's not their life. So it's kind of like, when you are closer to reaching the goal post, then that's when you can kind of share, you know, what you have going on. Or, you know, yeah. So not to say that you have to wait until you're, if this is about a relationship, you know, like, you don't have to wait until you're actually married with a baby to tell your family and friends, but like, don't tell them about every individual date that you go on. Or don't tell them about every little chat that you have with someone. Don't tell them about every single person that you meet. Not everyone needs to meet your family and friends. Like, you need to go through your full vetting process. And if you don't have a vetting process, then, you know, that could be something that is missing from your whole picture. You need to create a vetting process, okay? You need to actually sit down and look at the bigger picture and, you know, see how you're going to, you know, how you're going to do that, or how you want to do that. Okay. How do you know that you're with the one? Like, you can ask people like, oh, how did you know? Or how did, it doesn't matter. For everyone, it's different because everyone has different goals. Okay. So just kind of be mindful of that. And then of course, if this has something to do with, like, you know, maybe you're getting a degree, maybe you're starting your career, maybe you're starting a business, like, don't share every little detail about, you know, every course that you finished. If you're getting a degree, don't share, you know, every little interview that you go on. If you're trying to, you know, pivot into a new career or a different career or something like that, you know, don't tell people about every step, you know, oh, I created a business plan. Oh, I did this. Oh, you know, stop telling people your ideas and stop telling people like every step of the way of what you're doing. Wait until like you have some things like really in motion. If it's a business, you got some clients and you're making money. If it's a career, like you actually got the job. If this is your, you know, something to do with like, a diploma, like, I don't know, like maybe you can debrief them after every year that you finish. I mean, I don't know, for everyone it's going to be something different. Okay, because here's the thing, like, going back to someone's luck is about to change. If you believe in luck, right? Like, that misfortune or that bad luck is about to flip or turn, you know, be flipped upside down, or it's going to turn around or something like that. I feel like it's not that you were having bad luck. It's kind of like you just had some people in your ear that were changing the way that you thought and felt about something that you were pursuing. And when they were having like maybe some negative conversations, or you know, getting you to think negatively or change, you know, maybe what you were doing or how you were feeling about what you were pursuing or what was going on in your life. um as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man speaketh, so is he. It's something to do with like that. So something changed with the way, with your mental, with how you were thinking about something. Believe it or not, like, you know, maybe you didn't really notice, but like you didn't really have that oomph, that get up and go with your pursuit of whatever this is. Okay. And it has something to do with, I feel like someone is like talking to another person, like giving their 2 cents, I don't know. We have King of Swords here. It talks about logic over emotion. I feel like someone was getting you to like change your mind, or someone's trying to get you to change your mind or change the way that you feel about a given situation or circumstance or whatever this is that you're pursuing. And look at that. We have the Sun, which is about positivity. Like, I feel like you're going in super positive with how you want to pursue something, address something, how you want to do something. But I feel like someone is starting to like get into, I don't know, your feelings, your emotions, and then it starts to, I don't know, maybe the wheels start turning and you just start to renege, you start to backtrack, you start to like back out of whatever this is that you're doing, and you just have to be mindful of that. So I'm going to give and this is not, I'm going to give an example, right? So when I was growing up, right? When I was already in, I don't know, I started hearing it really early, and I don't think that it was anything intentional, but subconsciously, like that has it, whatever, like what I'm about to tell you, like it weighs on you, right? So these are pressures from like family and friends and things like that. But my mom used to tell me all the time, I think when I turned like 21 and then 22 and then 23 and then 24, like, every year she would tell me, when I was your age, I was already married with 3 kids, right? And it's kind of like, well, I didn't really feel like a rush to get married and to have children. But hearing that on a regular basis, like you start to question yourself, am I on the wrong path? Should I speed this up? Am I focusing on the wrong thing? Because I was focusing on, school and getting degrees and, learning languages and travel, like that was more of my focus. And it's like, well, maybe I'm focusing on the wrong thing. Because at the end of the day, I'm meant to, have a husband and serve a husband and, have children and serve my children, right? And so I feel like, that played a role, that played a part in like the decisions that I made. Okay. So just, that's just an example, like kind of be mindful of that. It also, I'm being reminded of like, certain TV shows or whatever, but, I don't watch TV anymore, so I'm kind of outdated with this, but I do know that there have been shows of like, let's say there are people that like, they are going to college because they want to I don't know, they want to do something that has to do with the arts, or, maybe they want to do law, but, everyone in their family is a doctor, right? Like they want to do accounting, but everyone in their family is an educator, and they're pressured to either, conform and, major in whatever that is to be like the family, or to, change all of their plans, those movies where they have to change all of their plans so that they can, run a family business, or the movies where people like, my mom, my aunt, my whoever pledged in this sorority, or my dad and my uncle did this fraternity, and people are pressured to, they feel the weight of that pressure and they conform. So all of this to say, that's what that energy feels like. Okay. And so, don't allow someone to take you off course with what you want. Okay. I felt something. Oh, both of those flipped in reverse. Yeah. So here's the Wheel of Fortune, which says bad luck. And then we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, which says hidden conflict. Yeah. I'm telling you, like that was the energy at the beginning of someone feeling like, they always have like some type of bad luck, but that's not what it is. This is a conflict. This is like where your head and your heart are not aligned, and it has something to do with like trying to please other people. Yeah, and it knocks you off course with this Four of Wands at the bottom. It is about stability. Okay, it's like, maybe things are moving smoothly just how you want, and then you share something, or, maybe you don't share. People just come in and they're observing and they're watching you and they give you their 2 cents about, if they were you or back in my day or, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, but we have also the Six of Pentacles, which is about reciprocity. Hmm. Let's see. What else? What does the collective need to know? It's almost like, okay, so going back with the reciprocity, right? It's almost like there's someone or someone's that you are quick to you're quick, I keep using the word conform, but you're quick to make allowances or make changes based off of what this person sees or what this person wants or something to that effect. But when things are reversed, they don't conform or they don't make changes for you. Okay. So there's something really important about that. Like they're not focused on your needs or, yeah, I mean, someone needs to be mindful of that. Why is this? Yeah, we have the Three of Wands here. When I look down, it's in reverse. And this is about stalled progress. It's almost like, whoever this person is or whoever these people are, like they slow you down. Like you end up like, getting off track with what it is that you want or what it is that you're working on. But it's like they would never do that for you. They're not going to stop what they're doing. They're not going to change, what they're doing or change their ways. I'm hearing there's change their selfish ways. So I don't know. Someone needs to be a little bit more observant when it comes to that. Is there anything else with this? Okay, yeah, we have Ace of Swords. This is about mental focus. So what we talked about, like, you need to focus on what is important to you, your big picture, what it is that you want, and just kind of stay away from oversharing or, getting people involved in the middle or in the midst of what you're doing before you've accomplished your goal, because they keep you in this state of like overthinking, which leads to stagnancy and things kind of stalling out for you. And it's kind of like you think that it's bad luck, but it's not bad luck. This is just like you are kind of changing your movements, you're changing what you're doing or how you're doing certain things to please other people. That could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. Some of you guys at the top, we have the Ace of Cups, which is about fresh connection. Some of you guys need to broaden your horizons, or you need to, like, I don't know if you're like sharing things with this person or with these people because you get bored or you get lonely or something like that. Sorry, I'm hearing that. Lonely. I'm so lonely. I have nobody. Yeah, I'm hearing that song. So it could be like when you're lonely or something, but if you add more friends, I'm hearing the word repertoire. Someone needs to add something to their repertoire, maybe some more experiences or something. I don't know. But whatever that is, like someone needs to add like maybe some fresh new connections. Not to say that like you're not going to connect with, the people that you normally deal with, but these are like when you are pursuing this relationship, this career, this business, this, degree, whatever you're doing, like you have people that are going to understand what you're doing. They're probably more like equally yoked or on the same page as you. And so they're not going to try to get you to question yourself, or someone keeps getting you to question like your morals or something like that, because it's just not what they believe, but you're not them and they're not you. So someone just needs to know that. But you just need more like-minded people around you, so that when you are getting lonely or you're getting tempted to share out, then you'll share with these people, and these are going to be the types of people that they're going to keep you moving forward. They're going to keep you focused, so that you don't fall back. Okay. Anything else that we need to know? Any other messages? Hold on, you guys. Any other messages? I'm hearing Wusa. I don't know if someone does that or says that. Any other messages? No. That's it. So you guys, that's what I have for you. I hope that that was helpful. If so, let me know in the comments. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good, juicy stuff. But I love you and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah.